Hi, welcome to Goods In. Goods In number 3 actually, but this one's being done in the car. We're starting this one in the car this morning because I'm in the office today, and the goods are actually hopefully being delivered in the office today, and I'm like really excited about this one because it's the first time ever that I've had an excuse to buy some walkie-talkies. I don't know why I'm excited about getting some walkie-talkies, but it's kind of like the ultimate kind of toy thing, isn't it? We've been doing some video project work recently, and me filming and being able to hear Rod on the lav mics is one thing, but when we want to have that two-way communication, we wanted something a little bit more robust and better, so we're going for some walkie-talkies, and that's what's being delivered today. Phones, we could do phones. You probably think we could do phones, but no way. It's just a pain to have to get a phone out and take your gloves off and start playing around trying to call somebody. It's better just to have a dedicated device. So that's what we're going for, and I'm driving in the office now. Hopefully it'll arrive today. We're on our way home now, crawling through the Bristol traffic, and we have the walkie-talkies in the back of the car, in a box. Haven't unpacked them yet because obviously that's what we're going to do in the next bit. But they arrived successfully from eBuyer, which is a UK retailer, and the actual model is the Motorola, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think it's the TLKR or the TK, I can't think, T80 Extreme. And the reason I went for this particular model is because the reviews of various features on it had a couple of things that I really like. Firstly, a rotary knob to turn the volume up and down. I prefer that. And also what was the other? The battery compartment at the back is secured with a proper screw. It's like held on really well, and the battery clip's really secure. The belt clip's really secure as well. I'm trying to drive here with one hand, a bit naughty. And that's the main thing, because apparently the T80 non-extreme version, despite being black, which I kind of would have preferred rather than these yellow ones, has just a little flimsy plastic clip, whereas these are properly screwed down with a metal screw. So they're the main two reasons I went for them. I mean, they all use the same band, so they both use, I think it's 446 megahertz. They both use the same band, so basically, they're going to cover the same. It's 500 milliwatts at 446 megahertz, which is pretty standard across the board. So range-wise, I don't think it's going to make any difference. But as long as they cover a couple of 100 meters, that's all we need them for. So let's see what they're like. So here they are, and we're going to unbox them now. I've got a knife to do this, which again is going to be a little bit awkward to do one-handed, but we'll try our best. As I mentioned, these are from eBuyer, and they cost about £62 for a pair, and they do come in fours as well. You can buy them in fours. So standard Air Plus packaging, eBuyer. I like these things, they're good fun to burst. And here we go. It's quite nice. It looks like they come in a plastic sort of case. I suppose you can transport them in that, but I'm not sure that will really be that much use. It's like it kind of looks like some sort of toolbox or something. So let's just to get into it. Tells you what comes inside here. Package contents: 2 radios, 2 earpieces. Wow. Wow, we can look like, I don't know, look like some sort of spy people or something like that. Yeah, maybe not. 2 belt clips. There's only 1 charger pod, which is a shame, because it'd be good if this could be left with someone. One could be left with one person, one could be left with the other person, but they're just sort of meant to be charged at one spot. 2 lanyards, belt clips, mains adapter, and an instruction manual, which just goes in the bin. And there we go. And that's how they Now they come with the double charger base, and I believe if you take these out, you can, with the charger base, you get these little brackets that fit in like this, and they slot in because you can either charge it with just the battery slotted in there, or the whole walkie-talkie. And that's the sort of size we're talking about, so pretty small. Push to talk is there, which so they're designed more for right-handed people, I think, because otherwise I'm holding it like, oh no, that's all right. I'm actually a left-hander. I'm actually a lefty. And two Motorola lanyards. I need some TLKR lanyards. You can only buy lanyards in like 200. It's a shame. And here's the earpiece, which there's absolutely no way I will be using. It's the sort of thing that you would have worn as to use a mobile phone back in 1999 or something. Mains adapter, which is, let's see what the spec of this is. Output 9 volts, 210 milliamps, so not much. Two batteries. Unlike a lot of others, I don't think these are. Oh no, they might be sized to AAA actually, so you might be able to use either AAA or this pack. They do look a bit like AAA. Let's see what chemistry the battery is. Nickel metal hydride. Okay, so that's alright in some ways. All chemistries have their benefits and downsides. NiCads still have their sort of memory effect very much. And let's take one of these out of the wrapping. See what they're like. I'm using my teeth here to do this. And obviously that's not the display, that's just a label over the top. There's just a couple of buttons to select which channel you're on, and which I think they're privacy groups, aren't they, within each channel? So each channel is kind of split into eight groups or so. I'm really not sure. Never used them, and I assume that just sends a tone or something. And that's about it. It's just a button on the top. A little LED torch there. Plug for the headset. Push the talk button to turn on the torch, and then we get into the battery with this screw clip, and they're the two charging connectors. So I'm just going to put the phone down for a sec, just going to turn it off for a second. I'm going to get in the back because I want to see if these can be run on AAA as well. There you go, that's excellent. Yeah, they definitely can. So you can see there that they can be run from 4 AAA batteries, which I would have preferred AA, but then of course the size would be much bigger, capacity would be so much more. Or of course the battery packs, which are just made up to be the same size, but from rechargeable batteries. And as I mentioned a little earlier, the main reason I got the extreme version rather than the standard T80s is just the fact that you have this to attach the battery cover. So the overall feel of them is really good. It's really one solid piece. There's no kind of rattly bits or anything like that. I've fitted the battery pack to one of them, and as you can see, this is now working. And I'm going to weigh it and see how much it is. So that in grams and zero it out. With the battery, 192 grams. For anyone watching in the US, whatever that means, that's 6 3/4 ounces? Yeah, I suppose, however, I don't know, not quite sure. Yeah, 6 3/4 ounces. They're on now, they're actually working and set up. There's not too much to set up, quite a few options on there actually that I wasn't expecting, like room monitor functions, you know, kind of a bit like a baby monitor. Group functions, so you can have more than, when you have more than kind of 2 of these, you can assign IDs to them and all that type of stuff. But apart from that, pretty much as you'd expect, you know, push to talk, little LED, that type of thing. So I'm going to see whether Kate will actually answer now and see how it comes across. 1 2 1 2, hello.
Hello.
Oh, well, that works. So it works across the distance of the house. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Job done. What else do you need them for?
I can't hear you. Even when you've not communicated via this.
What is that? Because I'm like about 5 meters away from you.
Yes, over.
Perform